Traditional schooling was designed over 100 years ago to create factory workers, not free thinkers. Today, kids are trapped in a one-size-fits-all system that stifles creativity, crushes curiosity, and leaves millions struggling with anxiety, burnout, and boredom. But what if there was another way? Some of the greatest minds in history never set foot in a traditional classroom. They were homeschooled, and their success proves that education should be personalized, flexible, and designed for the child, not the other way around. Let's take a look at 5 famous people you probably didn't know were homeschooled and why their stories might just change the way you see education. We all know Thomas Edison is the genius behind the light bulb, but did you know that he was labeled difficult and unteachable by his teachers? After just a few months in public school, his mother pulled him out and homeschooled him instead, allowing him to follow his curiosity. And that freedom led to over 1,000 patents that have shaped the modern world. Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States, was born frail and sickly, too weak to attend school. His parents homeschooled him, building an education centered around his passions: history, literature, and nature. That self-driven learning helped shape one of the greatest conservationists and leaders in American history. Agatha Christie, the best-selling novelist of all time, never attended school. Instead, she was educated at home, where she learned to read and write and create stories at her own pace. That flexible, self-directed learning led her to write over 66 novels, selling more than 2 billion copies worldwide, more than Shakespeare. And the greatest tennis player of all time, homeschooled. Serena Williams and her sister Venus were educated at home to allow for training while still keeping up academically. That flexibility allowed Serena to become a 23-time Grand Slam champion and one of the most dominant athletes in history. Leonardo da Vinci, painter of the Mona Lisa, master of anatomy, architecture, and engineering, was never formally schooled. Instead, he was homeschooled, free to explore what fascinated him, and that curiosity and flexibility drove him to blend art, science, and innovation, proving that true genius is nurtured, not manufactured. These 5 icons prove that traditional school isn't the only or even the best path to success, and the stats back it up. Homeschoolers score 15 to 30 percentile points higher than public school students on academic tests. 78% of peer-reviewed studies confirm homeschool students academically outperform their public school counterparts on all levels, regardless of family income or parental education level. And homeschooling saves taxpayers billions, while public schools spend over $15,000 per student per year. 87% of studies show that homeschool students excel over public school students in social, emotional, and psychological development as well. Right now, public education is at a breaking point. Overcrowded classrooms and overworked teachers are leaving students behind. Mental health issues are skyrocketing, with anxiety and depression reaching all-time highs in young students. Schools are still operating on an outdated industrial age model where every child is expected to learn the same way, at the same pace, at the same time, in the same environment. The system isn't failing because teachers don't care. It's failing because it was never designed to meet the needs of individual children in the first place. Homeschooling has nearly tripled in the US, rising to over 11% of all K-12 students. Parents are waking up to the reality that they don't have to accept a failing system, and they can create something better. And with the new administration's proposal to give $10,000 tax credits for alternative education, homeschooling and personalized learning are becoming more accessible than ever before. Education should inspire curiosity, not kill it. If you want to break free from a broken system, homeschooling can open a new world of possibilities. At Origins Curriculum, we provide a flexible, nature-based, holistic learning experience that makes homeschooling simple and engaging. The future of education is personal, because no 2 children are the same.